So, I want to point out for the record that I had all this stuff recorded, and then my audio had accidentally gotten corrupted with my files. So, the original footage from the Equestrian Festival is still up. The recording is just shit. So, have to do this over again. Anyways, on to the update! Why, hello everybody! It is Love Horseback here with a very, very, very much needed update. God, it has been at least 5 years since I have actually sat down and actually recorded stuff, either on video or on mic. I do want to let you, this is actually getting posted right during the Star Stable Equestrian Festival, so that's where all the audio clips and stuff, so that's where all the visual clips are doing. So we're doing a little bit of training while I give you a very much needed update, as well as a restructuring on where I have been the past several years, and what you can expect to see going forward on this channel. So, first of all, I do want to preface that I am not dead. I have not been dead. I have been very active when it comes to comments and stuff. The only thing that I have been dead on is the lack of video uploads, and that is because I have had so much stuff going on. I have had stuff going on with different jobs and different work opportunities, because I was working on a couple of retail jobs as well as receptionist jobs, and that all happened within that span of 2019. That's why there haven't been many uploads since then. I think the last upload I did was my 2019 Briarfest haul, which I'm in very, very much need of an overdue of my collection and stuff, but I will get into that later. But I have just been super, super busy when it comes to real life, because I had started this channel when I was really, really young, right around 2007 or 2008, roughly around that time, so about 16, 17 years. So a lot of the stuff on my channel has just been very off-putting. It's also been very awkward. It's also been very weird looking. And I actually had no idea what I wanted to do with my channel at the time. I actually had no idea what I wanted to do in terms of being a content creator. I just wanted to start off with just doing content and everything. So that's kind of where a lot of this has been. It's just been figuring out what is my content, what do I need to do, where do I want to go in terms of my channel. So that's exactly where I want to leave off, and I want to get into all of that. So like I said, I had worked at a couple of retail jobs, one very heavily into retail, and worked in different positions. I worked in cookware, worked in bedding, worked in cosmetics, and then finished up with receiving and customer service, which, oh boy, I could make a Tumblr article of all my retail experiences when it comes to customer service, because my god, there is just a shit ton of stories that I have on there. But that went all until, so I started at that job at around 2015, 2016, and then stayed until 2020, and it was actually towards the end of 2020, so the last month of 2020. I had done customer service at that job for a while, and then of course the pandemic hit, stayed there for a couple months, and then left right in at the beginning of December. So I was pretty much off. There were a lot of times when actually during the pandemic I was actually furloughed. I was furloughed for a couple months. So I had enough time to basically relax and do a lot of stuff that I wanted to do. But a lot of that ended up just being a huge giant break for my mental health and to help rewind and relax before we were even, like, permitted to even go back. So that's mostly where that has been. In between that, I had also tried doing some streaming, tried out different things, and tried out different fandoms and stuff, which I'm still in. I'm very happy about that. But it was just something new to sort of give me a little bit of a horizon, give me something interesting that wasn't just model horses and stuff like that. So I ventured off into different fandoms, different communities, met a lot of really cool new people from those communities. Unfortunately, though, there were periods where it actually did not work out. I think my mental health had just gotten to the better of me and got me completely drained. So I just decided to stop doing all of that for a while. So right around 2021 is when I stopped. So I started doing like some Twitch stuff right around 2020, and then right around late 2019, and then right around 2021 I stopped because it started getting too draining. It started getting too repetitive and too time consuming that I wasn't even taking chances to even, like, know about myself and even take care of my mental health. So that was what was really tiring and really draining. So I took a break from that, did something new, and for a while I still was putting off doing content creating, because at that point I had tried it, some of it worked out, and then some of it didn't, so it didn't work. So after that, I just took a huge giant break for a while to clear my head, get everything sorted, and everything like that. So that's mostly why I haven't been active, is because I had just been so busy with having a life off of the internet. I don't know how a lot of this, I honestly don't know how content creators or like influencers are able to balance both life and offline. Like, to me, that's still bonkers. I still get the massive respect for being able to juggle all of that at once. And to an extent, I can do both. It's just during those like last couple of years, it just got really difficult and hard. So I wasn't able to fully function on any of those. But now I have a very good idea of what to do. I have had a very good break, and I am very happy to say that I am back, and I am going to be posting again. So that I am very, very happy with. So that's the first major reason for explaining my absence. So the second portion, this is going to be what you're going to be expected from this channel going forward. So I am still going to keep Briarhorse content on my channel. The only difference is it's not going to be quite as extensive as it was when I filmed stuff in the past. I'm still friends with a lot of people in the Briarhorses community, some that have either left or some that have either like stayed around, but they've just decided to branch out and do different avenues. So I'm still in contact with them. I'm still making a lot of new friends. I still go to Briarfest whenever I can and whenever I've got time. So don't worry, that is still one of the big things that I will always do. Briarhorses will always have a special place in my heart. I have no interest in giving up the hobby. The only thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be taking a different approach when it comes to the video portion content on it, where now I'm going to be mostly focusing on a very, very much needed updated collection tour, because I got some new ponies from last year's Briarfest. I unfortunately couldn't go this year because I was actually on vacation. But I am going to do an updated tour on the new horses that I have there. I'm going to be posting vlogs of, from Briarfest, or like a highlight reel of some of the past Briarfest horses, like the past Briarfest experiences that I've had. So that's gonna be what the channel's also gonna be focusing on, as well as me just doing like a cute little like upload of all the customs that I have done, because I have started to get into the customizing portion of it. I finally have a little bit more experience on what to do, so I watched a lot of really good tutorials from DJB Studios. I've watched a lot of really good tutorials on other channels that do customizing, like DaVinci Customs. Like, my god, this guy is like really good. Like, I'm really impressed with like what he does with his commissions, and you guys should definitely check out their socials. You should definitely check those out. I'll try to see if I can link a couple of them in the description as well, so that I can also give them a shout out and credit. So in terms of some of the Briar series that I had started doing, I haven't had a chance to do that because a lot of the times my camera has actually been malfunctioning. I think my camera's actually now dead. So not sure about that. I could upload and film on my phone, but the process on that is going to be a little bit hard, especially transferring data onto my PC and my setup. So that's where like a little bit of that issue is going to be. But that is something I might do. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to making Briar Horse series. I know there was one series that I was like really good at working on. I had like 4 or 5 parts like filmed and edited and uploaded. I don't know if I'm gonna be continuing that. It just depends. I also have to set up the stables again, which that has been a huge giant upload and everything else. So that's the only thing that's been like a problem. So again, I don't know if that series is going to continue or not, but that might be something that I can think about in the future in the next coming months. So that's where the Briar content is going to be going forward. So now with the last portion, which I'm actually really excited about, so with the stuff going there, I am actually going to slightly, with the addition of me keeping Briar Horse content on my channel, I'm also going to be slightly rebranding Love Horseback into a Star Stable roleplay channel. I have actually watched a lot of really wonderful SSO creators that have done really good RPs with really good storylines. I've followed a lot of them on Instagram as well as YouTube. So I've gotten some really good pointers and really good ideas on how to set up a storyline, which I'm very happy to announce that I do have a storyline set up for my character and what she's going to be doing in the universe, so I'm very happy about that. So I have a good idea on where I'm going with that direction. I've already got like a couple things going on. I actually have a lot of really good written notes on my notebook of the roleplay series. So that, I'm very excited. I'm very interested in having that be done. And I actually do have the script done for my writing story. So that's going to be the first episode to kick off So that's going to be the very first episode to kick off my SSO roleplay series, which I'm very happy about and very happy to see the universe that I'm going to be going on and sharing with you on this whole entire journey. So that's what I'm really, really happy with. Really, really happy. I do want to go ahead and preface that I have taken some inspiration from these role plays, but again, like other content creators and like other influencers, just because you get inspired by something doesn't mean you have to outright steal ideas. And I've seen a lot of this on the internet. I've been on the internet long enough. And I've seen this going on. I don't think it's a good idea to outright steal and outright grab somebody else's like content and then try to make it and then plagiarize it and try to make it your own, or just steal ideas. That's not something that you should definitely do. these creators have worked really hard to get these ideas, these stories, these characters, and it's not right for somebody to just, like, be completely lazy and take the idea and stuff. Like, there's a difference between getting inspiration from something and outright stealing. And I think that's what a lot of people in the YouTube space and a lot of, like, ideas kind of get, like, kind of have, like, really huge problems with. And that's something that I want to avoid. That was actually something that, like, I've actually avoided for, like, a while. Like, a lot of the ideas that I've had were my original ideas, and I've taken some inspiration. But that doesn't mean that I outright steal anything. I actually have a lot of respect for the creators that actually do this type of stuff. So I want to be able to keep that and keep that branding and keep that going so that they have a chance to shine and I have a chance to shine and maybe even give them some ideas that, like, they hadn't even thought of before. So with that, that's what it's pretty much going to be. That's pretty much what it's going to be going forward. I'm pretty much, at some point, I don't know when, but I'm hoping that, like, either sometime this week or sometime next week, I will have the very first episode of my SSO RRP series out, including my writing story. So, again, I will have that out. In the meantime, I will give you what her name is, so people can have inspiration for this, but they also won't outright steal it, because I actually thought of this idea. So the name that I have picked out for my SSO RRP character for this roleplay series is going to be Miss Evelyn Holloway. I've actually thought of the name for a while. I honestly wish SSO would actually let us change the names, which is kind of sad because I do hate that, like, they haven't given us that option yet. I know they said that they're in the works to doing that, but it's probably going to be at least, like, a year or two before they even give us that option. And I'm also sure that, like, there's probably, like, a lot of complications of if you change the name, then it's probably going to have an issue with the like the login credentials for, like, your account settings and stuff like that. But again, I know that, like, the SSO team has kind of, like, not really had, like, some of the best interests, but I am giving them the benefit of the doubt and letting them learn from their mistakes and pick up, because how exactly are you going to learn from your mistakes if you aren't given that opportunity, you know what I mean? So, at some point my character's name will get changed. Right now it's just stuck to the default that, like, I gave it when I started the account, like, a couple years ago. But I do want to go ahead and just give you that intro to the character now, so that way I won't have to worry about taking that name or anything else to that degree. So that's what I'm pretty much, like, excited for. So again, that's gonna be uploaded either sometime this week or sometime next week. It just depends on how busy my schedule is. But that'll be something going forward for you to enjoy. So, to those that have listened to me ramble for the past several minutes, thank you for having the patience to sit this through. And thank you and to my subscribers that have stayed with me, over the years. I do want to say thank you for your continued support over the years. I hopefully want this channel to grow, and I want to be able to build up a community that all of us can share with a lot of love, a lot of respect, and a lot of support. I honestly have no plans of being a huge, giant content creator. I have no it's like, that's not an expectation that I have. If it happens, it happens. If not, I just want to do the content because I love it and I'm happy with it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. I do want to let you, that being said, my door to my channel has always been open and has never been locked, so if you either want to continue to stay around and make a residence at my channel, definitely do so, because I definitely appreciate it. If you find that this content isn't for you, that's also perfectly fine. My feelings aren't hurt if you decide to leave or anything else like that. And for those that want to those that want to give me some advice on how to like better like my content, definitely please like DM me or like comment down below, like give me like if there's any advice that like you guys can give me to help like start up, like you've just been small or you've just been on a hiatus or anything like that. I'm definitely open to any and all suggestions and advice. My socials will also be linked down in the description on where you can reach me for those. So that's also something that I also look forward to. So any advice to help me grow, any advice on what I can do to better my channel and stuff like that, definitely let me know. Definitely feel free to leave a comment, and I will definitely look those over and definitely take those in consideration and reach out. So thank you so much. So I think that was it. I'm not going to keep this going longer than it needs to. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to listen to what I wanted to say and what needed to be said. I really, really appreciate it. I'm really happy that I am back to doing the content that I've wanted to do for the longest time. And I definitely look forward to uploading more stuff going forward. So definitely be on the lookout for my writing story coming out soon. Thank you so much for the love and support that I've gotten over the years, and I'm really excited to start this new resurgence back to my channel. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my writing story. Bye!